Okay, for this project, what you need is a piece of acrylic, and I actually got this at the local glass store. So they have scraps that they sell that they've cut off, and so they're really inexpensive. In fact, I got a whole box full of it for like 10 bucks, I think. And you're going to need a perma marker. I used black. You can use whatever color you want. You're going to need some alcohol inks. And you can get these at your local craft store. A sponge, some water. I'm using foam brush, some rubber stamps, and some archival ink. And you might want to keep some blue painter's masking tape around so that you can mask areas off. So what I've done is, first of all, I used my Dremel and drilled 2 holes in the top because I'm going to want to hang this. It's going to be a nice sun catcher, but also a faux stained glass piece. So I do have ventilation. You might hear traffic in the background. I have the window open because we want air flowing because of the inks that we're using. The perma marker, as you know, is pretty strong. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to color this. So I've already drawn my design, and you could basically draw any design you want. So I wanted a circle. I'm going to put a piece of white paper behind this so you can see. I've drawn a circle using a perma marker, and to get a perfect circle, I used a CD in the center, and then I just did lines off of each side for my division. So actually I'll keep that so you can see that pretty good. So to start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to color this. So I'm not so much worried about the color seeping into the circle. I'm actually going to start the color in the circle first and work my way out. And sometimes they tend to bleed. I'm okay with that. So what I do is I actually color on the back side of the acrylic. So I put my perma marker on one side. I'm going to color on the other side because the alcohol ink is strong enough to actually go through the perma marker, believe it or not. Okay, so then I take painter's tape and I get a piece just to cover the line, because although I don't mind it bleeding out of the circle, I don't want it to cross into the next section. So, and I'm going to go on and do that for just maybe these 2 sides for right now. Like that. And like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take my color. So for my first color, I'm going to use, this is lettuce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it on. And now here's the other thing. You actually could block the circle by putting this here. But since I'm going to start in the circle, I'm not going to block the circle. So, and I'm just going to drop some of my ink. And you got to work fast with this. It does dry fast. And I'm just got me a nice little circle going. And these colors are so pretty to mix too. You know, like to bleed them into each other. So I got that going like that. So there I have my first color in my circle. Then, now remember, this is faux stained glass. So when we're all done, let me move this paper back here so you can see. It's going to be like that. Hello! Okay, so now I'm going to go and work on my other colors. Okay, so now I've got the colors I want. Now you have to remember, it's very strong. You have to work with the window open or a fan going. You've got to have some ventilation going. So now I've got all the colors I want. For the next phase, I'm going to use my archival ink and I'm going to rubber stamp on here. Now, I like to actually turn this over and stamp on the side that I didn't color. So I got two different sides going here. And you want to make sure it's dry. And it really actually only takes a very few minutes to dry. So let's say for my centerpiece, now I'm just using black, but of course you can use whatever color you want. I'm going to put a tree right in the middle. I like archival ink because once it goes down, it's down. So I've got my tree in the middle. I'm going to complete stamping. And there you have it, my faux stained glass. Now let me show you what it looks like hanging up.